Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander. Forge Alliance Forever. On the ladder again on Theta Passage 5 with Patchy, Turin, UEF First Land. Oh, that would have been an interesting build order. And Blodir, Snowbound, Cybern. First Land. Pleasantries in the map and of course, complaints. You actually get extra rating and mass if you complain at the start of the ladder map. I do it all the time. Helps a lot with the opening build order. Patchy goes for a P-Gen so that he can get all 4 mexes. And the Hydro. Or before the Hydro. If you don't build a P-Gen, you have to send the first engineer to the hydrocarbon and you have to delay a mex. That is why they build a P-Gen first. Second land from Blodir. Only land planned. Oh no, there's an air factory here. Will be built at some point. Tank here to defend raids. PD gonna go up after if the engineer survives that long. Let's look at the factories. So you have 1 engineer, 2 tanks and a scout. So on 5x5 maps you need a lot less engineers. Now this one you kind of need a fair few engineers because it's a bit larger and there's some reclaim around, but generally on 5x5 you don't do what you do on 10x10. 10x10 you'll have your factory quite quickly moving to engineers only. You have nice build power in the base. But on 5x5 you really want to focus on tanks more than engineers because you don't actually need the build power. You need T1 tanks more than anything. And T1 tank costs the same as engineer more or less. Snowbound's moving south as ACU. This tank is trying to avoid him. He killed the snoop that was with him. Turin, not sure where he's going to go. Maybe he'll go mid. Probably he will be going north. Some raids now from Snowbound. Trying to kill some mexes as efficiently as possible, but this one is going to survive. And that air factory is not built. Turin changed his mind. Still no air on this side either. Engineer going to start working on this reclaim field. It's an important one, and Blodir is already 300 mass ahead in reclaim, and that is basically the entirety of his total mass advantage. So similar expansion, but slightly better reclaim for Blodir. And this raid is going to be timed very well. This PD is going to be close to completion, but it's not going to finish. Engineer will go down, and 4 mexes are surely going to die, maybe more. Blodir also moving his ACU very aggressively. At the same time, he's going to take out a mex. Oh, no, he missed that one. Now let's see what happens here. Who will win this fight? It looks decent for the strikers. They're kind of getting stuck. And yeah, Blodir is just going to run away from this. He can probably still kill these 2 mexes. He wants to save the units because he would lose that fight, or at least it would be basically even trade and there would be 10 T1 Rex there to reclaim. What they see is being very aggressive. Look at this. Turin's going to take out the hydrocarbon, while Snowbound moves left to try and help secure this expansion by denying any reinforcements. You can run around this ACU if you have vision, but this move is very aggressive. And he has no units anywhere near. But he knows there's so few units out on the map. There's quite a few down here in this corner, units over here. So he pushes to the base, being pretty confident that he can actually get the kill. Oh, very quickly rebuilt. It's Hydro. And now he's gonna farm vet as he leaves. He's gonna take significant HP damage, and well, the ACU is quite far away, so he doesn't have to worry too much about Blodir's ACU. But this is a lot of HP being lost. But look at the raids here, because all of the units are being sent after the ACU. Blodir might think he can get the kill here, but I don't think he can. There's a lot of units coming now to defend Turin's ACU. Down to 3k HP. And if Turin had finished off this engineer, oh, he's even low. That would be very bad for. If Turin had finished off that AC, that engineer would be very bad expansion-wise. There's also more kills he could get. This could even run to the back corner here, but the AC survives. Blodir's trying to come with his AC, but he's just too late. And now actually, Blodir has also wasted a lot of time with his ACU, trying to come over here to catch Turin, and he's not going to be able. Now Turin going to throw away some tanks to try and let his ACU escape, because Blodir is going to try push down here and cut the ACU off. And having a massive HP advantage, he could still get the kill, but now Blodir has a lot less tanks. 26 Mantis, a lot were killed by the ACU, and actually not that many more for Turin, only a few more. It's a big reclaim field here for Blodir to grab. So much damage done. Still, this engineer got some extra mexes. That's a big help for Blodir. And Blodir has a lot more reclaim. I'm not sure how he has so much reclaim, to be honest. These are quite clean. He got all of this reclaim here. Turin with a lot more mexes, and he also has air now, getting bombers across the map. PD gonna go up here. Still reclaim to be grabbed. Many locations for Turin. These bombers can do a lot of work before the mobile anti-air comes out. The bombers are seemingly not dropping. Blodir keeps moving his Mantis around, and that's a very nice kill for the Mantis, denying the PD. It would have been quite annoying to kill that PD. We've taken a lot of time. And this HP advantage is pretty significant. Blodir is now regen back to full health. It's regaining his map control quite quickly. We have about 50 T1 units. Similar for Turin, but he also has these bombers. And let's see what he can do with them. He can raid these mexes. He can kill them in 2 passes. Quite effective raiding, actually. Oh, that's a bad bomb. Some friendly fire. And very little power, so he has to stop his air production now. And this ACU really gonna make a difference at this stage of the game, because he has so much HP. Can be very aggressive. Turin can't really do anything versus it at the minute with half the health. But they're keeping a lot of his units with the ACU, and he has no way of defending here. He has no vision either. We have to see an air factory, I think, even just for scouting. Oh, that's a good kill, because Turin needs that power. Or not. Well, he could always use it for an upgrade. Nano might be nice, but not without that. Not without the Hydra. And now his entire expansion has been killed. Similar for Blodir though. Turin now looking for a vet level that would give him a nice HP boost. And this is quite a dangerous raid. At the bottom, who can use their units more effectively now. I feel like Blodir could have done a bit more damage. Well, this mech certainly could be killed, and now Blodir's retreating to try and deter Turin's ACU from pushing any further. Let's see what Blodir's vision is like. Well, no radars at the minute, I think. Just using the landscapes, you can see they do give a lot of radar coverage. Has a nice mix of them, so Turin radar not a huge deal. Quite quickly expanding to this expansion after clearing it out. See both players just trying not to commit to major fights. This is potentially nice for Blodir, but Turin is going to retreat from it. So generally you don't want to commit to a large fight. Sort of are skirmishing with each other, moving back and forth, because I mean, if you commit, do you really want to put the whole game on the line for this one fight? Well, you don't, unless you're absolutely sure you're going to win and also get the reclaim. So sort of go back and forth. You want to save your units so that you can use them in the most advantageous way. So here, for example, just gonna try and get away. He doesn't know what's coming behind this, but he could probably kill all these units. Doesn't know what's coming though. Still no air factory for Blodir. I think it would be good to have an air factory, so you can see. So you can't even make T2 mexes on this map, but now Turin is really getting outplayed here, getting pushed back. He's back to 9,500 HP. He can use this ACU, but he's just being pushed back on all fronts, despite having similar unit count. And now Blodir does have the advantage, and he has a lot more mexes. And this is very nice play from Blodir. You can see just using his units a bit better, and also I think he had more vision to use them with, but successfully pushing Turin back in all positions and quickly regaining map control behind that. There's also a lot of reclaim left on his side, which he has. His engineers in the area. He's going to grab the Hydro as well. But this, well, now this looks a bit dangerous. Bombers coming in on the ACU and the army. There are some anti-airs, so they will go down quite quickly, but there's not many units around the ACU, and there's what looks like Turin's entire army. It is his entire army and his ACU coming after Blodir right at the moment when he looked in control. We see actually the consequence of that. That Turin had gathered all of his units back here out of radar range close to the ACU, which is why Blodir could make gains in all parts of the map, and Turin needs to finish the ACU. He's very low, 500 HP, 300 HP, and he is going down, no vets. And Turin on 500, 600 HP barely survives the calm explosion. Well played, both players. It's Blodir with far more reclaim, and again, that's most of his total mass difference comes from the reclaim. That was quite interesting how it ended. You could see Blodir making so much progress. Look at how fast he expanded here after clearing it out. Very good play. And then, well, I guess you gotta feel a bit more nervous when you are suddenly making gains all over the map for reasons that are, well, you can't really just expect to start rolling over someone like Turin suddenly I guess. Maybe Turin could have been making a T2 land switch or something, but in fact, he was just preparing for that moment where he could snipe the ACU. So that was very dangerous from Turin to do that. And maybe it was he already felt like he was starting to lose and so decided to go for that. It worked just barely, just barely. So unfortunate for Blodir. Well played both players. Thanks for watching. See you next time.